Good morning, everyone. Thank you for attending. Since it's 11 o'clock sharp, let's wait one extra minute or 30 seconds before we really start with this webinar. So get a glass of water, get a cup of coffee if you're not having one at your desk at the moment, or at your table, or wherever you are following this webinar. Maybe at a nice sunbed next to the swimming pool or at the beach. I hope for you. So let's wait 15 more seconds and then we could start. So I see the last attendees coming in. Yes, I think we can start. Hello, everyone, and welcome. I'm really excited to be here with you today. Before we start on the topic, let's talk let me explain a little bit about myself. My name is Anthony Schrader. I'm a new business manager at Legisway. For over the past 6 years, I've had the opportunity to collaborate with multinational organizations across various industries. For the last 2 of those years, I work closely with our top-tier clients in the legal tech space as a relationship manager for Legisway. Now, I focus on advising potential clients on how to digitize and streamline their legal processes and solve complex challenges, 2 areas I'm passionate about. Efficiency is kind of my thing, whether it's tackling workflow issues or just figuring out how to get the most of my day. So if you ever want to talk about legal operations or cakes, because I really love cakes, I'm your guy. Thanks again for joining in today, and let's start. Let's start with the scenario, which may be too common for all of you. We're going to take a closer look at a challenge that's called the overwhelmed legal desk. As the requests and demands are growing and resources stay the same, legal professionals are being pushed to their limits, from contract reviews and compliance checks to the ever-increasing volume of case-related questions. The modern legal desk is under constant pressure. In this webinar, we'll explore the origins of this workstream in corporate housekeeping, how it's impacting both legal professionals and the broader organization, and most importantly, how to manage this workload efficiently. As mentioned earlier, I was a relationship manager for the past 2 years. When I spoke with our clients about the period of time before they made use of legal software, there is a recurring list of reasons why they are so desperate in need for a legal software tool. These reasons are always called a lack of overview, mostly combined with time-consuming manual or decentralized processes. The lack of overview is an example created in using different locations and solutions for storing and managing legal documents. Also, requests and assignments coming in via different channels like email, Teams, or even at the coffee machine. Following up and keep track of those tasks were a real nightmare. As legal professionals, your mission is clear. Protect the company from risk, ensure compliance, and guide others safely through complex regulations. You're the trusted voice in legal matters, the steady hand when the pressure is high. I've mentioned earlier risks like a lack of overview or not being in control of those processes. But if you are not in control of those processes, and if you have a lack of overview, maybe, despite your best efforts, the very way your team works is now the risk. What if audit deadlines are missed because the data wasn't there, but because no one could find it? What if a routine board appointment was incorrectly documented and that oversight delays a critical acquisition, costing the company time, trust, and money? Or what if the finance team or another team fails to sign off a quarterly report because the legal status of an entity is unclear, taking away confidence from both investors and leadership? These practices aren't theoretical. These practices are practices I encountered when I was a relationship manager at our clients before they start using a legal software tool like Legisway. Because these are the kind of risks legal teams across industries face every day. Not because they aren't capable, but because they are forced to work with fragmented systems with no unified view, no structure, and no safety net. And when that happens, legal is just not protecting the business anymore. It becomes part of the liability. For that, we use Legisway. And we are more than a legal tool. We are a legal platform, which means that we give a safe online surrounded space, serve as a SaaS solution, where entity management becomes transparent, collaboration becomes effortless, and legal gains the structure to support every part of the business. This comes not only on entity management, but also on contract management, claim management, vendor management, and matter management, all linked together into one system. Today, I'm going to take you on a little journey regarding entity management, specialized in shareholding management, and how to report the shareholdings to other parts of the business. So I would kindly ask you to come with us into Legisway. Welcome in Legisway. As mentioned before, we are a legal platform, which gives a space for all your legal processes. These are all the legal processes we offer in our standard solution called Legisway Core. And today we're going to focus on a module called legal entities. I'm going to show you how legal entities work, but I'm going to show you as well how the overview and taking back control works, looks, feels, and results in Legisway. So imagine you are a legal counsel for a company that's called ABC Construction. This company has 3 founding shareholders. One of them, Sarah, decides to leave the company and sell her shares. David is the new shareholder. You get this task or assignment via an email by a colleague called Michael, does it always too late. He is requesting 2 changes. Would you please get David the correct appointment? And would you please transfer the shares of Sarah to David? Imagine if you don't have a system like Legisway. You need to go to one SharePoint for the shareholder. You need to go to another environment for the appointment. You need to register that in 2 or different places. Where do you store the documentation? And if someone requesting an org chart for an internal audit, which is coming up on the 1st of May, how are you going to do that efficient and being sure that everything you do is registered correctly? Well, we have a solution for that, and we call it Legisway, and I'm going to show it to you today. So for this, I go to our legal entities, and I go to the company that's called ABC Construction. And it's already on top of the list, so that's great. And I was mentioning overview, and I keep mentioning overview. And why do I keep mentioning overview? Because this is what we mean with overview. We have our group company, we have our share capital, we have our trade name, we have our business unit, we have all the numbers, all the dates in one overview. And not only that, every single legal process that is linked to this company in Legisway is here as well. So we have all these shareholdings. We have all the claims and litigations, all linked to this entity. So from a reporting perspective, if someone from finance is asking you, hey, can you please let me know the reservations that we need to do for ABC Constructions in this quarter, just look at the claim, can deep dive directly into this dossier, and you can see that the provision is this amount. Easy. Back to our assignment today from our colleague Michael. We need to change some shareholdings. This shareholding of Sarah Wood is inactive from the 1st of May. And with a couple of clicks, I can do so. Done. Easy. And what I also need to do is appoint the new shareholder. And I don't do that here, sorry. I do that here at a shareholder. The shareholder is David. He has the same rights as Saya. And he starts at not the 1st of May, but he did get those at the 1st of July. So I can register it for the future. So you will actually see that the starting date will be the 1st of July 2025. I saw that I made a small mistake, so let me easily fix that as well, because it's 0.3 and it's 0.3. Save, done. Now, one of the fun parts of Legisway is the org chart functionality. In my time as a relationship manager, and I asked companies, how do you create an org chart? It was 9 out of 10 via Excel, a lot of manual work. In Legisway, we have this org chart functionality. This is the situation on the 24th of April. And this will be the new situation at the 1st of July. You can see that Sarah is replaced with David automatically. You can easily share this org chart with everyone, banks, internal colleagues, external investors, to show how the org chart is looking from the company. It also works in the future, it works in the past. So if anyone asks you, hey, how was this structure looking at the 1st of January, easily change the date and the org chart is adjusted. It's a really nice part of our entity module, and it really works in cases like this. Second question in the email was, can you please remove Sarah from her current job as CFO, which is going into her appointment, edit, and says she is done at the 1st of May 2025. Other thing, I need to add David, of course. So I add an appointment, an officer. It's David again. He will be the new CFO starting at the 1st of May. Let's try to keep him a little bit longer in the company, and let's put him in for 1 year. You can see he's here. That's how easy the registering worked. But if I remember correctly, we also had 2 documents. Document 1, attachment 1, and attachment 2. Managing these documents, it's difficult if you have to do that on different locations, not because you don't know where to put it, but maybe other people don't know where to store it. In that case, Legisway, we can book, and we can put this message directly into the dossier we were managing, which actually means that if I go back to the appointment, and I go to the documents, as well the attachments and the emails are here. This works throughout Legisway in the same way. So for entities, we have a dedicated folder structure, and per dossier it can be created. This is how you manage shareholdings, appointments in an easy way for everyone in Legisway. Also, we have the reporting suite, which helps collaborating with other departments, because from here you can easily build your own report. So for example, I want to create a report on all the group companies that are part of our group. Click on export and share that Excel with the ones who are requesting it. Very easy, very, how should I say it, accessible for everyone. Everyone understands Excel, and everyone can create a report easy in Legisway. That was how how easy it is to manage your shareholdings, to manage your entities, to create that overview in Legisway. So if we move forward, what life looks now, it's back from missing files and proactive reporting, from firefighting to strategic alignment, from who owns what to instant clarity. That's the shift we're enabling. And it's not just legal who benefits, because they have a single software system for all their corporate governance, but also finance, compliance, and procurement, because they can access the system, look for the information they are looking for, and move ahead. So that list of emails, that list of Teams messages, and not even getting a cup of coffee without being harassed by colleagues, those times are moved to the past. So if you have the idea or the sense, hey, Anthony, this is something we need, or this is something I want to know more about. You've seen what chaos can look like. You have seen what clarity can feel like. If this story felt familiar or you have another one to share, let's talk. I'd love to show how Legisway can simplify your day. As mentioned, I'm really a go-getter for efficiency. So let's meet, cup of coffee, have a nice piece of cake as well. And if there are any questions, please let me know. One last thing before I set you free back to your first day. We also at Wall Street and Legisway create a benchmark every year for legal professionals working in legal departments. It will take you 5 to 10 minutes to fill in this survey, and it's really helpful for us in understanding, hey, what is actually living at our clients and potential clients, but also for you, because after signing up, you will receive the benchmark, and then you get valuable insights on what's happening not only in your legal department, but in legal departments throughout the world. And for me, that was it today. Thank you very much. I see there is a question. People could not see the org chart. Oh. Let's try again, but then different. So a lot of clicking in the background right now. I would open the org chart and see if I can. Yes. So you should be able to see the org chart now. Little step back into ABC Construction. We have 3 shareholders at the moment, John, Anthony, and Sarah. Sarah is leaving the company, selling her shares to David at the 1st of July. So this is the current situation, and I can move the date to the 1st of July. And here you can actually see that Sarah is replaced by David. It's based on the data I've put in the legal entity management module. So I hope you've seen this. I also saw a question of UBOs. Yes, we have a UBO part. I've not prepared it for this webinar because this webinar was about appointments, shareholders. I know UBO is some kind of an appointment as well, but we have a dedicated module for that, and I would love to show it to you one-on-one in a short call for 15 minutes so I can prepare it and make it more like something that makes sense instead of just a screen filled with data. So Victoria, I see that the question was from you. If that works from you, or if that works for you, I would love to plan a separate call. Please let me know in the chat because I can't see your reaction right now. Are there any other questions for today? I'll give you a minute. And if there are none, because I don't see any popping up in the chat, only Victoria. Thank you, Victoria. We'll be in touch, definitely. Then I think Hannah, Hannah is my colleague. Hannah, it is safe to close the webinar for today. Thank you very much all for attending. I really like this way of conversating with you. I hope you've learned some things, a thing or two. And if you want to make it 3 or 4 or have questions about the first two, please let me know, and I'm happy to set up a meeting with you.